In this lecture, we are going to discuss some aspects in statistical mechanics. Here we are going to discuss microstates, and we are dealing some problems related to microstates. Now, the total number of microstates of the number of arrangements of n particles. So suppose we are considering we are considering n particles, capital N, and let us consider cells, and all the n particles are placed in various cells. Here we are considering 3 cells. So n1 particles are arranged in the first cell, n2 particles are arranged in the second cell, n3 particles are arranged in the third cell. So that here the total number is equal to n1 plus n2 plus n3. Now the microstate is defined as so this is a symbol omega is for microstates. So the microstates is omega, which is given by capital N factorial divided by n1 factorial, n2 factorial and n3 factorial. So if all the n particles are placed in 3 cells, and first cell contains n1 particle, second cell contains n2 particle, third cell contains n3 particles, then the microstate is the total number of microstates is equal to capital N factorial divided by n1 factorial, n2 factorial and n3 factorial. Now let us discuss some problems. Take first problem. 4 distinguishable coins are tossed for a large number of times. Write down the different microstates which may be observed and the macrostate into which they would fall. So write down the probability of the most probable microstates. So this is a problem. Now here, now let us there the 4 coins by A, B, C and D. So we are A is one coin, B is another coin, C is another coin, and D is another coin. So there are 4 coins. We toss this coin many times, and let us write down the microstates and macrostates which is given in the table. Now let us take this table. Here the first column is the coins having head up, the head up. The second column is the coins having tail up. So if you take 4 coins A, B, C, D, all the 4 coins are head up, then there is no coin in the tail. So this is no coin. So now if you denote, n1 is the number of heads up and n2 is the number of tails up, then n1 may be written as n1 is equal to 4 because all the 4 coins are up, and tails up is 0, there is no coin. So n1 is equal to 4 and n2 is equal to 0. So this is one macrostate. Suppose if you have the 4 the coins, there are 3 coins up, A, B, C up. So the remaining coin is 4. The 4th coin is D. D naturally will be tail. So 3 coins up or 1 coin is tail up. And another possibility is ABD. If ABD, the 4th will be C will be tail up. If ACD is up and the 4th will be tail up. if BCD is up here, then A will be the coin A will be tail up. So in all the cases, N1 is the number of heads up, which is equal to N1 is equal to 3, N2 is equal to 1. So this is a possibility. Here also there are, for other possibilities, here also N1 is equal to 3, N2 is equal to 1, N1 is equal to 3, N2 is equal to 1, N1 is equal to 3 and N2 is equal to 1. So the number of heads up is 3, number of tails up is 1 in all the 4 cases. So this is a group, and this is another microstate. So this is the first microstate, this is the second microstate. Then next one is, you take coins having heads up. There are 2 coins having heads up. There are A, B, 2 coins heads up. So the remaining 2 coins CD will be down. Or AC, if AC, these 2 coins AC are up, and BD will be tails up. AD, BC, BC, AD, and BD up, AC tail up, CD head up, and AB tail up. So there are other different possibilities. So here CD and here AB. So in all these cases, N2 is equal to 2, here N2 is equal to 2, N1 is equal to 2, N2 is equal to 2. So the other cases also, N1 is equal to 2, N2 is equal to 2, and N1 is equal to 2, N2 is equal to 2, and so on. So there are 6 different possibilities. So in all the cases, N1 is equal to 2, number of heads up is 2, number of tails up is 2. So this is another macrostate, which is 3. Then if you have one coin is a tail up. So if this one coin A is up, here BCD, the 3 coins tail up. So in this case, N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 3. So this is one possibility. Another possibility is when C, one coin C is head up, and the remaining coin 3 ABD will be tail up. So here in that case also, N1 is equal to 1 and N2 is equal to 3. So here N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 3. The another case, B, coin B is head up and the ACD tail up. So another possibility, N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 3. So the 4th coin D head up, ABC tail up. So another possibility. Here there are another, again you have 4 different possibilities. So this is your this is the 4th macrostate. So there are 4 macrostates. The last one is if you have no head up and all the 4 coins tail up, A, B, C, D. So then there is N1 is equal to 0, N2 is equal to 4. So this is the 5. So there are 5 macrostates. So the total number of macrostates, is 5, and the total number of microstates is once if you add all these things. So there is one microstate corresponds to the macrostate. The first one is 1. There are 4. So this is 1 microstate corresponding to this one, and there are 4 microstates corresponding to the macrostate 2, and there are 6 microstates corresponding to 3, and there are 4 microstates corresponding to 4, and 1 microstate corresponding to this. So finally you have, once if you add this is there are 16 microstates. So the total number of macrostate is 5. Total number of microstate is 60. Now let us calculate the most probable macrostate. Most probable macrostate means, so now here the number of microstate is maximum when n1 is equal to 2 and n is equal to 2. So only for this one. So when n1 is equal to 1 and n2 is equal to 2, so here you have the number of macrostate is 6. So this is the maximum rate. Therefore the probability of the most probable macrostate n1 is equal to 2 is equal to n2 is equal to 2 is here 6 is the total number of favorable microstates. It is in the numerator. So here this is 6, and 16 is total number of microstates. So this is 6 is the number of microstates belonging to n1 is equal to 2 and n2 is equal to 2. This is the most probable microstate. So the 16 is the total number of microstates. 6 by 16 which is equal to 3 by 8. So the 3 by 8 is this is the probability of most probable microstate. So if your problem is given, must be able to find the macrostates, the number of microstates as well as the macrostate. That can be also done by using the expression in the formula. So the number of microstates is given by this expression. Omega is equal to so this is the expression for omega. So for n1 is equal to 4, n2 is equal to 0, there is the for first macrostate, the number of microstates corresponding to that macrostate is since capital N is equal to 4, we substitute 4 factorial. Here this is n1 is equal to 4, n2 is equal to 0. So 4 factorial will be 4 factorial into 0 factorial, so which is equal to. So using this expression you can calculate the total number of microstates. Either you form a table you can calculate, or using this formula you can also calculate. So since the total number of coins is capital N which is equal to 4, and this for another macrostate n1 is equal to 3, n2 is equal to 1. Once if you substitute capital N is equal to 4 and capital N is equal to so capital N is equal to 4 and n1 is equal to 3 and n2 is equal to 0, you can get 4. So this is the total number of microstates corresponding to n1 is equal to 3 and n2 is equal to 1. Similarly, using this expression, you can calculate the microstates. This is when n1 is equal to 2 and n2 is equal to 2, the total number of microstates can be calculated as 6, as well as once if you add all the values of the microstates, you can get remaining 16. So this is it. So using this formula also you can calculate the total number of microstates, or you form a table and also you can calculate the macrostates. Then we will go to the next problem. So problem number 2. So this is a problem number 2. Calculate the number of macrostates for 4 particles having a total energy of 6 E. The energy levels are equally spaced. Question B. What will be the thermodynamic probability when the 4 particles are distributed as one in each set? Question number C. What will be the total number of microstates? So now let us discuss the solution. So now let us discuss the solution. The particles are obviously distinguishable. There are 7 energy levels because the total energy is 6. So the possibilities are 0 is one possibility, and E is another possibility, 2E, 3E, 4E, 5E, 6E. So these are the different possible values of the energy level. So it is 0, E, 2E, 3E, 4E, 5E and 6E. Now we have to accommodate the given 4 particles in these levels so that the total energy becomes 6E. The different macrostates are sketched below. So now here so 0, E, 2E, 3E, 4E, 5E and 6E. Now here we have only 4 particles. Suppose if you put 3 particles, the energy is 0, and 1 particle with the energy 6E. So this is 1 particle with 6E and the 3 particles with 0. So the total energy will be 6E. So this is your total energy, which is 6E. So this is the first row. So this is one macrostate, and in the macrostate 3 particles are having energy 0 and 1 particle is having 6E. So the total energy is 6E. So another possibility is so this is second macrostate. Here you see there are 2 particles with energy E and sorry, 2 particles with the energy 0, 1 particle with the energy E, and 1 particle with the energy 5E. So if you add the energy of all the 4 particles, 2 particles with energy 0, so 2 into 0, and 1 particle with the energy E, which is so 2 into 0 plus 1 into E, and 1 particle with the energy 5E, which is 1 into 5E. So once if you add, you will get 6E. So this is the total energy of the system is 6E. So this is the second macrostate. And the third macrostate is, you can from the table you can see there are 2 particles with energy 0 and 1 particle with the energy 2E and another 1 particle with the energy 4E. So once if you add, you will get the 6E. The total energy of the system is 6E. So that is the third macrostate. Similarly, one particle with the energy 0, two particles with the energy E, one particle with the energy 4E. Once you add, the total energy is equal to 6E for all the 4 particles. So that is the fourth macro state. Similarly, you can calculate the fifth, the energy corresponding to all the particles in the fifth macro state. So that is two particles with energy 0, two particles with energy 3E. So this is 6E. So this is another macro state. Similarly, one particle, no particle with energy 0, but the 3 particles with energy E, and 2 particles with energy 3E. So the total energy is equal to 6E. The total energy is 6E. So that is your sixth macro state. For the seventh macro state, one particle with the 0, one particle with the energy E, one particle with the energy 2E, and one particle with the energy 3E. 0 plus E plus 2E plus 3E, so which is 6E. So that is the another macro state. Then one particle with the 0 energy, 3 particles with the energy 2E. Again, the total energy is 6E, which is the 8th row. And the 9th row, 2 particles with energy E and 2 particles with energy 2E. So 2 into E plus 2 into 2E, which is 6E. So this is the 9th. So these are the different macro states. So now let us calculate the total number of macro state is 9. Let us calculate the micro state corresponding to each macro state. So for the first row, for the row 1, capital N, you have to use this formula, omega is equal to n factorial divided by n1 factorial into n2 factorial and so on. Now here n capital N is equal to 4 and small, this is n1 is equal to 3 and n2 is equal to 1. So once if you substitute this expression, this is omega 1 is equal to 4 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 1 factorial, so which is 4. So that can be calculated. Yeah, for the row 2, capital N is equal to 4, n1 is equal to n1 is equal to 2 and n1 is equal to 1 and the n3 is equal to 4. So there are 3 cells here. So here once if you substitute, you can find the omega correspond omega 2. Omega 2 is the number of micro states present in the macro state when n1 is equal to 2, n2 is equal to 1, and n3 is equal to 1. So this is equal to 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 1 factorial and 1 factorial. So here because here there are 3 sets, n1, n2, n3. So this is now the total number is 12. Now you take the row number 3, you can calculate omega 3. This is the omega 3 is the number of micro states corresponding to the third macro state. Here also n1 is equal to capital N is equal to 4, n1 is equal to 1, n2 is equal to 2, n3 is equal to 1. So once if we substitute, this is 12. Omega 3 is equal to 12, and also omega 4 is also 12, and similarly you can calculate omega 5 and omega 6. Similarly for other rows also, omega 7 also, omega 7, here there are 4 cells, n1 is equal to 1, n2 is equal to 1, n3 is equal to 1, n4 is equal to 1, capital N is equal to 4. So by using this formula, n factorial divided by n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3 factorial n4 factorial. So once we substitute, you will get this is 24. If you consider 8th row, you have 2 cells, n1 is equal to 3 and n2 is equal to 1. You can get the omega suffix 8 is equal to 4. So 4 is the number of microstates corresponding to this macro state N1. Capital N is equal to 4, N1 is equal to 3, and N2 is equal to 2. The number of microstates corresponding to the macro state, capital N is equal to 4, and N1 is equal to 2, N2 is equal to 2, which is omega 9, which is 6. So the total number of microstates, we add all the values, omega 1 plus omega 2 plus omega 3 plus omega 4 plus omega 5 plus omega 6 plus omega 7 plus omega 8 plus omega 9. Once if we add, the total number we have found as 84. So that is the total number of this is the total number of microstates. Of this, omega maximum is equal to, so from this result you can find omega maximum value is equal to 24. So this is 24. The thermodynamic probability, so this is defined as the maximum value of microscope. Omega maximum is a thermodynamic probability which is equal to 24. So we are able to find the macro state, and from the for each macro state you can find the number of microstates. If you add all the value of the microstates, that is equal to the total number of microstates, and the maximum number of microstates corresponding to a given macrostate can be also determined, and that is called as the thermodynamic probability. Now let us discuss examples. Now here there are 3 types of examples. This is a microcanonical example. Now it is a collection of large number of independent systems having the same energy E, volume V, and the number of particles. So on this system, this is one collection, this is another collection, this is another collection. So we collect so many independent systems. Each independent system, the energy of the particles are E, same value, volume V, and again, suppose if you consider we are dividing, we are having so many cells, and the first cell may be energy EVN, and the second cell also the number of the particles are having the same energy, and the volume of the cell is the same, and the total number of particles are the same. So EVN are the same for all the such independent systems. So they are considering such a collection of systems. Now these systems are separated by rigid, that is important, that is rigid impenetrable walls. So it is impenetrable walls, so the particle cannot go from one system to the another system, so they are impenetrable. So since it is impenetrable, the number of particles in one system cannot go to the another system, so the number of particles remains the same, and the volumes are of the volume of all the systems are the same, number of particles are the same, and the energy belonging to the particle in each systems are the same. So this is called as the microcanonical enzyme. Then this is a canonical example. Canonical. In this canonical ensemble, it is a collection of large number of independent systems having the same temperature. The temperature is the same for all the systems. The volume or the are also the same for all the systems, and the total number of particles, they are n. The equality of temperature of all the systems can be achieved by bringing each in thermal contact. So here all the systems are in thermal contact. Therefore, the temperature of one system will be the same as the temperature of the other systems. But the particle cannot go from one system to the another system. So n is a constant because they are impenetrable walls, but it is a conducting valve. Since it is a conducting valve, the temperature transfer from one system to the another system, so that it reaches a common temperature T. So such system we call as a canonical. Another system is called as a grand canonical edge. So this is a grand canonical ensemble. So here we are considering a systems, the collection of independent systems having the same temperature T, volume V, and chemical potential V. So the individual systems are separated by a rigid, permeable and conducting walls. So since it is they are conducting walls, if one system is having higher temperature, it will transfer the heat from one system to another system, so that the temperature remains constant. So that is possible only if the surface between the two systems is conducting. So there is a conducting walls, and the conducting walls helps the temperature of various systems remains the same. And this is permeable walls. So since it is a permeable walls, the number of particles, the particles may transfer from one medium to the another. The exchange of heat energy as well as that of the particles between the systems arrive at common temperature. So exchange of particles is also possible in the systems. So the temperature, volume and the chemical potential for any system, they are all are the same for the grand canonical systems. Now let us do some problems in microstates and entropy. Now let us take one problem. Let us consider n particles. Let us consider capital N particles. Capital number of spin-off particles in a magnetic field. So once the spin-off particle is placed in a magnetic field H, spin-up will be oriented one with some energy, and spin 2 will be oriented, that will be in the another energy level. So here n by 2 particles will be with the spin up, and the n2 particles spin down, both will be split into various energy levels. So here n by 2 will spin up, n by 2 will spin down. So here total number of particles is n, capital N, and for n1 is equal to n by 2, the spin up particles they are n1, and the n2 for spin down particles, the number of particles will be n by 2. So the number of microstates omega is n capital N factorial divided by n1 factorial into n2 factorial, because there are only two such systems, n1 system, particle having n1 particles with spin up and n2 particles spin down. So this is the total number of microstates. So this you substitute n1 is equal to n by 2, and n2 is equal to also n by 2. Then n factorial by n by 2 factorial into n by 2 factorial. Then the entropy is defined as Kb times logarithm of the microstate, log omega. So this is the definition for the entropy. We substitute for omega from the previous expression. So this is Kb times logarithm of n factorial divided by n by 2 factorial into n by 2 factorial. This log m divided by log n is equal to log m minus log n. So using this formula, that can be written like this: log n factorial minus log n by 2 factorial and log n by 2 factorial. But the Stirling's formula is log n factorial may be expressed. This is log n factorial may be n log n minus n. So this is the Stirling's formula. So that logarithm of n factorial may be expressed in that way. Now, so that expression calculate the entropy of the system. Yes, may be expressed as Kb into this is n log n minus again, and the next one is log n by 2 factorial. Once we use the formula, this will be expressed by n by 2 into log n by 2 minus n by 2. Similarly, for the other factor is also n by 2 logarithm of n by 2 minus n by 2. Once if we substitute, that can be simplified to logarithm of n log n minus n logarithm of n by 2. Then log n is a common factor that can be taken outside. The remaining value will be expressed by logarithm of n divided by n by 2, because log m by n is equal to log m minus log n. So log m minus log n is equal to log m by n. So using this result, you can write them like this. So the n remains cancelled. So the final result becomes S is equal to n Kb Boltzmann constant into logarithm of 2. So this is your the expression for the entropy. Now let us discuss the another problem. Question number 4. Consider a linear collection of n independent spin-off particles, each at a fixed location. The entropy of the system is K is the Boltzmann constant. So there are 4 options are given: 0, nk, of nk, and the fourth option D is nk logarithm of 2. Now here there is one more way of finding the macro state. Omega, the maximum, is equal to basis whole power n. So you can use this expression also. Now what is this basis? A spin up is one, spin down. There are 2 basis states. So you find the number of basis states whole power n. So omega is equal to, because omega is equal to the basis whole power n. So 2 power n. So you can use this expression. So the entropy, maximum value of the entropy, this is x maximum is equal to Kb logarithm of omega maximum, and substitute for omega maximum. Omega maximum is 2 power n. Logarithm of 2 power n is n Kb logarithm of 2. So S is equal to Kb times logarithm of 2. So option D is the correct one. This is the correct option. And the next question is question number 5. A system consisting of 3 spin-off particles. The Z component of the spin is Z of 1, is Z of 2, is Z of 3. Takes values either plus of or minus of. The total spin is defined as S is equal to the sum S Z of 1 plus S Z of 2 plus S Z of 3. Find the maximum entropy as maximum. Find the entropy such that the total spin is half. So as I have already mentioned, the omega maximum, so this is basis 1 power n. Here basis is spin off is one basis, spin minus off is another basis. There are 2 bases, so basis is equal to 2, and what is n? Capital N is equal to 3 because 3 particles. So this is n is equal to 3. So omega maximum is equal to 2 power 3. Therefore, S is equal to S is equal to KB logarithm of omega maximum. So this is a KB times logarithm of 2 power 3, which is 3 times KB logarithm of 2, which is equal to S. So this is your expression. First part. The second part is now let us find the value of SZ of 1, SZ of 1, SZ of 2. So let us form a table. SZ of 3. The sum will be, capital S will be SZ of 1 plus SZ of 2 plus SZ of 3. So what are the possibilities of SZ? Plus of or minus of. So if SZ is equal to plus of, SZ is equal to SZ of 2 is equal to plus of, and that SZ of 3 is equal to minus of, then the sum will be plus of. So this is one possibility to put a SZ of 1, SZ of 2, SZ of 3, so that the sum will be equal to plus of. So this is one possibility. This is another possibility. SZ of 1 is equal to half, SZ of 2 is equal to minus half, SZ of 3 is equal to plus half. So the sum will be again plus half. And the third possibility is SZ of 1 is equal to minus half, SZ of 2 is equal to plus half, SZ of 3 is equal to plus half. This is third possibility. So the total number of microstate is 3. So the number of microstate is 3. So for this problem, the total number of microstate is 3. Therefore, the entropy is equal to Kb times logarithm of omega. Omega is given as 3. Therefore, once it is substitute, this value is equal to Kb, the Boltzmann constant, times logarithm of 3. The next problem, this is question number 6. Consider a system of n non-interacting spin-off particles, each having a magnetic moment mu, is in a magnetic field B. B is equal to B, the Z component B, Z into unit vector Z. If E is the total energy of the system, the number of accessible microstate omega is given by. So there are 4 options are given. Now let us discuss the solution. Now this the total number, because in the magnetic field it splits into 2 states with the energy, because the energy is equal to E is equal to minus mu dot B. The E is equal to minus mu dot B. Magnetic moment with the spin plus half will be the E1 is equal to mu times B. If it is having a spin minus half, the energy will be minus mu B. Therefore, there are 2 energy levels. E1 is equal to plus mu B, E2 is equal to minus mu B. So let N1 be the number of particles with the spin up, and N2 will be the number of particles with the spin down. N1 plus N2 will be the total. Now, so what is the total energy? The total energy is equal to N1 particles with the spin up, and for the spin up particles the energy is mu B. So N1 times E1 plus N2 times E2, that is the total energy. E1 is equal to mu B, so N1 times mu B, E2 is minus mu B, so minus N2 times mu B. So that is the total energy. So mu B, if we take a constant term, so N1 minus N2 into mu B. So or N1 minus N2, N1 minus N2, this expression, N1 plus N2 is capital N, and once if you using these two expressions. Once if you add, you will get n1, you subtract, you will get n2. So the value of n1 is found to be half into n plus e by mu b, n2 is equal to half times n minus mu b. So there are two values. So let us go back to the expression. The number of microstates omega is equal to n factorial divided by n1 factorial into n2 factorial. And because there are two states, n1 and n2, there are since this is in two levels, so this is n1 factorial. The denominator we have only two values, n1 factorial and n2 factorial. And n1 we have already calculated, n2 we have already calculated. Once if we substitute this value here, the omega is equal to capital N factorial divided by half into n plus e by mu b factorial, half into n minus e minus mu b factorial. So the option A is the correct one. Now let us go to the expression 7. Question number 7. Consider a system of n localized particles distributed in two cells having energy 0 and E. In the number, there are n number of particles with energy E. Find the number of microstates and also find the entropy of the internal energy U. Internal energy U. Now here, now let us consider a system. The n particles here. There are small n number of particles with energy E, and since the total number is capital N, so the remaining number will be n minus n with the energy is 0, because having energy 0 and E alone. The particles can take either 0 or E. So the total energy of the system is equal to, since small n number of particles, each particle is having energy E, so Ne is the total energy, plus n minus 1 particles, each particle is having energy 0, so the total energy is 0. So the total energy is equal to n times E. So from its number A is equal to capital U divided by E, where U is the internal energy system. Now the macro state omega is n factorial by n1 factorial into n2 factorial. N1 is equal to n, so this is n factorial. N2 is equal to n minus n, so capital N minus n factorial. Now let us substitute. So this is the value of omega. Then the entropy is equal to k bit logarithm of omega. We substitute for omega. Omega is equal to n factorial divided by small n is equal to u by e. So you have to substitute for capital U by e, and at n minus n is equal to n minus u by e. So you substitute for small n. So this is the expression for the entropy of the system. So now let us take another problem, question number 8. Consider capital N number of particles distributed in two levels with energies E1 and E2. A single quantum emission makes a system small n1 goes to n1 plus 1 and n2 goes to n2 minus 1. Find the change in entropy of the system. Now here this is the initial state. The initial state, there are n1 particles at one level, n2 is another level. In the final, after the transition, n1 goes to n1 plus 1 and n2 goes to n2 minus 1. So what is the omega initial? The initial value of the microstate. So the initial value of the microstate is equal to n factorial by n1 factorial into n2 factorial. here uh, similarly we can find the omega final also. Omega final also, what is n factorial? Capital N factorial, n, the n1 now becomes n1 plus 1 factorial, n2 becomes n2 minus 1 factorial. So that is omega final. So what is the entropy? S initial is equal to Kb times logarithm of omega I. Logarithm of omega I. You substitute for omega I, you will get this expression. For what is S final? S final is Kb times logarithm of omega final. Omega f is equal to n factorial by n1 plus 1 factorial with n2 minus 1 factorial. Then let us find the S of minus Si. So entropy in the final system is entropy of the initial system. So this is the change in the entropy. You will substitute for SF and Si, you will get this expression, and here once if you simplify that expression, yes, once if you simplify, you will get the expression for the change in entropy. Now it becomes Kb times logarithm of n2 divided by n1 plus 1. Now let us discuss the relation between entropy and probability. P suffix S. Now let us consider a system which is divided into so many cells. N1 particles in the cell 1, N2 particles in the cell 2, and N3 particles in the cell 3, and so on. So here the energy of the particle in the cell 1 is E1, and E2 will be the energy of the particle in the cell E2, and so on. And similarly, if you consider a S cell, the number of particles in the S cell is E surfaces, and the energy is equal to ES. And we can define the probability corresponding to each cell, which is P1, P2, P3, and let PS suffix S will be the probability corresponding to the S cell. Then, what is the total number of particles? Sum of n suffix x, sum of this n1 plus n2 plus n3. We sum all the values, that is the total number here. What is the total probability? P1 is the probability corresponding to the first cell, P2 the probability corresponding to the second cell, and so on. And the total probability P suffix x sum over yes, all the cells is equal to 1. Now the entropy, this is the formula, S is equal to K suffix B logarithm of omega, and omega if you is n factorial, capital N factorial by n1 factorial, n2 factorial, n3 factorial, and so on. So this is the expression for microstate. Then so the S may be expressed as n capital N factorial divided by, instead of writing n1 factorial, because they are the product of the factorials. The product of the factorials can be expressed using this notation. The expression, the phi represents for the product. Phi suffix x is the representative of product. Phi suffix x is ns factorial means n1 factorial, n2 factorial, n3 factorial, and so on. Therefore, yes, the so S is equal to kb into logarithm of, because n factorial by 5 suffix x ns factorial. So log m by n is equal to log m minus log n. So using that formula, you can write down the expression for s is equal to k suffix b into log n factorial minus logarithm of 5 suffix s into ns factorial. So this is the expression. But log a into log b into log c, log a b c is equal to logarithm of a plus logarithm of b plus logarithm of c. So logarithm of the product is equal to summation over the log. So this is an expression. Logarithm of the product of this function is equal to sum over the logarithm of these values. So using this can be expressed as, so the second term in that expression will be expressed as sum over s logarithm of ns factorial. Then, but we have this expression, this is Stirling's formula, log n factorial is equal to n log n minus n. So using this, s can be written, s is equal to kb into n times log n minus n minus sum over s ns log ns minus n. So using the Stirling's formula, this can be expressed like this. So now the third and fourth term can be expressed like this. This is your third term, and this is your fourth term. The sum over s ns will be total n, capital N. So that capital N plus capital N and minus capital N gets cancelled. So the final expression becomes s is equal to kb capital N log n minus sum over s ns logarithm of ns. So this is your expression. Now the probability defined by as P, which is the number of favorable events divided by the number of total events. So that is the definition for the probability. So actually this is your P, yes, the ns divided by capital N. Therefore, so Ps is equal to n suffix x divided by capital N. So ns is equal to now becomes capital N times Ps. So substitute for ns in that above expression, and you can use the sum over Ps, because the total sum over this over Ps, that is equal to 1. That is now here. Then these first two terms gets cancelled, so the remaining term will be only this one. This is the only remaining term. So the entropy s is expressed by minus n kb summation over s ps logarithm of ps. So this is the expression for the probability. The entropy, s is the entropy and ps is the probability, and these two are related by the expression. S is equal to minus n kb sum over s ps logarithm of ps. So this formula will be useful in discussing some problems that will be discussed in the next lecture.